Hi guys, welcome back to Rock Fabulous 40s, and I have a haul for you guys. I haven't done a haul in quite some time, so I figured I'd jump on here and do one really quick. I have a lot of stuff. I'm going to consider this a mixed haul because I have a little bit of high-end and then I have a whole lot of drugstore. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump right in. And I'm going to start with just some of the higher-end stuff that I picked up, which a lot of this I've already worn and I've already used and I already have formed my opinions on. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to jump right in. So the first thing that I want to talk about is my Kat Von D Shade+Light palette. And I'm not going to go completely humongously into detail about this palette because I do have a video comparing this palette to a Makeup Revolution palette. I'll leave the link for it down below. But I picked this up at Sephora. The packaging is a little different on the Shade+Light palette than what it used to be. It used to be cardboard, but now it's actually plastic with raised, I don't know if you guys can see that, but raised lettering on it. And I've used this palette, quite often within the past several weeks, and I'm really, really digging this palette. I love the fact that it's all matte and that you can get several different looks just using just this palette alone. You've got 3 sets of quads or that you can use to get 3 different looks, or you can just kind of mix and match the colors to get whatever looks you want. Plus, it's a great supplemental palette to add into any shimmery looks that you're creating when you want to just add a little bit of matte or a type of a base or transition shades or whatever. It's just a great add-in palette as well. So, loving this. The next thing I picked up at Dillard's. Actually, couple of things I picked up at Dillard's. And I picked up a new MAC Fix Plus, this guy right here. And this is just the little travel size guy. This is the Coconut Fix Plus. And I've used him quite a bit and he smells freaking amazing. Now I love the MAC Fix Plus. I have used it for quite some time, and back when they came out with the coconut, the rose, the lavender, I wanted to get some of those to try them out, but they sold out so fast I could never get my hands on them. So just here recently they came out with the little travel-sized ones. I have not seen the full-sized ones yet, but they just recently came back out with the travel-sized ones, and I was able to pick this one up in coconut, and it just smells amazing, and I'm really loving it. Then also at Dillard's, still at the MAC counter, I picked up a lip liner and a new lipstick, which I am wearing today. The lip liner I picked up is in Soar, this guy right here. I have worn him quite a bit. You can see I've really worn him down. But he is a gorgeous, I want to say very neutral, kind of a little bit darker than nude, I guess, kind of a neutral shade here, which I'm really, really loving. And then the lipstick I picked up is in Twig, which I'm also wearing on top of the lip liner. And again, I think, or I feel at least, that this lipstick and lip liner go really, really well together. And it's kind of a mauvey, a nudish mauvey color. It's, I don't know, I guess it's a little bit darker than nude, but it's still a neutral kind of, it's a neutral mauve, I would say. Really, really gorgeous combination. So I'm really, really happy with this. All right, now I'm going to move on to a couple of things that I picked up at Walmart. Alright, so starting with a couple of new Moda brushes I picked up. These little guys right here. These are called the Instaglow. I have actually used these and I actually do like them. I've been using this guy right here as a highlight brush, so I've just been kind of using him on the tops of my cheekbones. I actually used him today to apply my highlight, which does a really, really good job at highlight. It really reminds me of the Real Techniques setting brush. So really, really happy with this guy. And then this guy, this is called the Quick Contour brush. See how it's kind of divoted here? And I've tried to use him and I'm just really not exactly sure what to do with him. I've tried using him with blush. Now I'm not a contour person, so I don't contour a lot, but I've tried using him with blush, and what I've noticed is he fits like right here perfectly with the little divot right there. So I actually tried to put blush on one side and highlight on the other and just kind of do like this. And I mean, it did okay. I'm really still trying to figure out what to do with this guy, but he is really soft and nice feeling. And yeah, maybe eventually I'll figure out what to do with him. All right, also at Walmart, I picked up a couple of new sponges, and these are from Equate. Now, Equate has got like the comparable Neutrogena makeup wipes, which I really love. I actually like them better than the Neutrogenas. So I decided when I saw these Equate sponges that I wanted to give them a try and see if they would be anything like the original Beauty Blender. Now I'll have a video coming up on these, just kind of comparing them. But I have been using one of them. It's kind of dirty because I used it today, but I have been using one of them, and just kind of spoiler, it's not a bad sponge. Anyway, so keep an eye out for that video. Alright, also from Walmart, I picked up the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth foundation, this guy right here, along with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, this guy right here. Now, I am new to the Fit Me Dewy and Smooth. I have the Fit Me Matte and Poreless, which I really like. So I wanted to give the Dewy and Smooth a try, and what shade am I in? What shade? Oh, I picked up shade Soft Honey, which is a really pretty good match for me right now. And I've been working with it now for a couple of weeks, and so far it seems to be okay. I'm not going to say my all-time favorite, but I'm still playing around with it, and I will probably have a video coming up on this soon to let you guys know what I actually think of this guy. And the Fit Me Concealer, I picked this up because I've heard so many people comparing this to the NARS concealer, so I wanted to try it and just see, you know, how good this concealer actually was. I hear so many people just raving on this concealer. I'm still forming my opinion. I will let you guys know once I have one. Okay, then I also picked up the Physicians Formula InstaReady Full Coverage Concealer, this guy right here. And I've only been using him for a few days. Again, still trying to form my opinion on this guy, but you know, he's not bad so far. He's a little expensive, I think, for a drugstore concealer. If I'm not mistaken, he was like $12.99, but with coupons and buy one, get one half off and all those kind of deals that you can find at like Walgreens and Ulta, and you can use coupons at Walmart. I mean, you can get this for, you know, quite a bit less, but I'm still forming an opinion on this guy. Okay, now moving on to Walgreens. Alright, so I saw this Real Techniques, this is called the Prep and Prime set. It's a limited edition set here, and I have been using it. I picked him up, he was $19.99 at Walgreens, I believe. And I haven't used the Real Techniques sponge yet because we all know and love the Real Techniques sponge, right? It is one of the closest sponges next to the Beauty Blender, you know, that I've really ever used. But this kit comes with a sponge. It comes with a sponge holder. You get a little spatula, a little roller ball, and they call this a mask or primer brush. Let me go ahead and pull these guys out here. So, you know, we all know, like I said, the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, this guy right here. I have one already open that I've been using that I really like, but you also get this little guy here, which you can set him right in there to hold your sponge. So when you wash it and you don't want to set it somewhere where it could like mildew or whatever, you can just put them right in here to dry. There's a little hole on the bottom so air can get to it, and you just set him in there, or you can just set him in there dry and he'll stay in there, which is kind of nice. Also, you get this brush right here, which kind of reminds me of a flat foundation brush here. And I have not yet used him for a mask, but I bet he would be pretty good with a mask. I have tried to use him with primer. I don't like using him with primer, even though it says that you can use it with primer. When I try to use it with primer, I feel like I'm going through way more product than what I do if I just put my primer on with my fingers. Because typically I just put the primer on my hands, do like this, and just kind of, you know, put it all over my face, and I can get away with just using a little drop or two, and it works great. This, I seem to have used a lot more product. I kept having to squirt more out, pick it up, brush it on, squirt more out, pick it up, brush it on. And I really didn't like the fact I was going through more product with this. So I'll try it with a mask, and I will come back and let you guys know what I think of how this applies a mask. And as a matter of fact, I have a couple of masks that I'm probably going to demo in a future video, and I'll probably use this as I'm demoing the mask so you guys can actually see how it applies. Alright, then this also comes with a little roller ball. Well, it's not really a roller ball because the ball doesn't roll. It's just kind of a steady ball, but it is very cooling. I have used this with my Clinique eye cream, and they say that you can use it with any eye cream or you can use it dry. And if you use it dry, you can just kind of roll it on, and it just kind of depuffs areas where you've got puffiness under your eyes. But what I'll do is I'll put my eye cream on, and while my eye cream is still wet, I'll take this and just kind of massage it in under my eyes, and it's just so cooling and it just feels so nice. So I really like this guy, and what I like about him is it's not, most of your products that have the little roller balls already have like product in it. Like there's a Garnier one that has the ball on it that you can use. What I like about this is I can use it with any one of my eye creams. It's not a specific product, if you know what I mean. I can just take this and I can use it with my Clinique eye cream. I can use it with my Dr. Brandt eye cream. I can use it with any eye cream I want, and it works great, and it's nice and cooling, and I just really love the feel of this. And then you also get this little spatula guy right here. He's got just kind of a flat tip here, and then he's got kind of an angled tip here. And you can use this to dig the bottom, get the bottom or the last little bit of product out of your tubes and jars with this little guy. I have already used him to dig out the very last of my Origins cleanser, and it actually dug out quite a bit. So this is a very handy tool. I've seen these little spatulas, not exactly like this and not by Real Techniques, but I've seen other little spatulas. I think Swiffer's makes one that you can pick up at Walmart. And it's fairly inexpensive, and I had been thinking of getting one of those to get the last little bits of my products out of their jars and tubes, but I just never did. So when I noticed this one came in the kit and I wanted to try all these other things in the kit, that was just an extra added bonus, and this does work actually pretty well. Okay, then a few more things I picked up at Walmart. Wet n Wild has come out with a new line. I believe it's called the Queen Hearts or Love Hearts line or something like that. Anyways, and they came out with a couple of eyeshadow palettes. They came out with some cheek and lip stains. They came out with a new kabuki brush, and then they came out with these new highlights. I've been looking everywhere for the highlights, and I can't find the highlights. The problem with this line is every Walgreens that's carrying the line only had like 2 of each product in the display, so they were selling out like that. I mean, I went to Walgreens the day they were launched, and they were already sold out. So it just, everybody grabbed them up. But I did get a couple of the products from that line, just not the highlights. So I did get the Wet n Wild Kabuki makeup brush, this little guy right here. Let me go ahead and pull him out of the package. I haven't used him yet, which is why he's still, you know, perfectly clean. But oh my God, is he ever so freaking soft. I can't wait to use him. I just haven't used him yet because I didn't want to dirty him up before I showed him on film. But he's got the pink top like a lot of the Wet n Wild brushes do now, and he's just so soft. Look at that. So I'm really excited to get a chance to use him. Okay, then I also picked up 2 of the eyeshadow palettes. One is called Will You Marina Me, and the other one is Heart and Heavy. So as I drop them, Will You Marina Me and Heart and Heavy. And I have always had really good luck with the Wet n Wild ColorIcon little trios. Let me go ahead and swatch these guys here. They're really soft. Look at that. These tend to be, as I'm swatching, quite powdery. One of them you can't really see, but there's a purple guy here, there's a pink, and then there's a little duochrome guy right here that you can't really see. And then the other one is called Will You Marina Me, and this one's got some bluish tones in it. Okay, let me go ahead and swatch this guy. And again, these are really soft. Okay, so we've got like an aqua blue, kind of a rusty brown, and a champagne. Those are not quite as dark and pigmented as the first one, but it's still really nice and soft feeling. And we'll see how it goes. I have not yet tried to wear them. I have only swatched them. So, all right, and then we've got these cheek and lip tints. I picked up 3 of them. I think this is all 3 that are in that line. So let me go ahead and swatch these guys. I have worn them. This is Flirt on the Street. Okay, this guy right here. Okay, now on the cheeks, I don't know. They feel kind of oily for me to wear on the cheeks. I haven't tried them on the cheeks. I have worn them on the lips. This one is Kiss Me If You Can. Kind of a pinky shade here. And they look really pretty on the lips when you apply them, but they don't last very long at all. I mean, they come off quick. And then this one is Crush Upon a Time, which is kind of a coral shade. So they're gorgeous. I mean, they are gorgeous. They are pretty on the lips, but they just don't last. All right, so another thing that I picked up also is from Real Techniques. This is the Miracle Cleansing Sponge, this little guy right here. I have been using him non-stop for about 2 weeks, and he's very porous. He kind of reminds me of, when you look at him, like back in the day they had these sponges that were called Buff Puffs, and they were really hard and kind of scratchy, but they would exfoliate the skin. On sensitive skin, they weren't great because they would tend to cause breakouts and irritation, but this is really, it's still exfoliating, but it's soft. So you get it wet underwater, it expands just like the regular sponge does, but then you scrub it with your cleanser all over your face, and I really feel a good exfoliation out of this without it being too rough. So it's kind of a nice little sponge there. And then I went to Sally's. I picked up an Orly BB Cream all-in-one topical cosmetic treatment for your nails, this guy right here. And what this is it's a BB cream for the nails, which means it's a very, very light, almost no coverage for the nails. But it's supposed to be treatment, but it's also supposed to be, they call it like makeup and treatment. So it's supposed to be a very, very light coverage to make your icky looking nails look not so icky as you're trying to treat them. I have worn it once. It peels off rather quickly, so I don't know. I need to keep trying it some more and just see. Alright, then from TJ Maxx, a couple of things I picked up from TJ Maxx for $6.99 is this Too Faced Melted Metal Liquid Lipstick in Dream House. Okay, see TJ Maxx, $6.99. And you got to be really careful when you get things like this at TJ Maxx because you don't know if people have opened them and touched them. The nice thing about these liquid lipsticks is if you take the lid off and there's no color on the sponge, you know nobody's tried to swatch it or open it. I'm going to swatch it right now for you guys though. I have not tried to wear this at all, but I am going to swatch it. Oh, it's a really bright pink. I don't know how well I would be able to wear it. I don't know, who knows? Maybe on a really brave night I might try to give that a shot. Anyways, it's a very, very pretty pink. Or I've got a couple of the regular melted lipsticks from Too Faced that I really like my Melted Peony. I really love that one. I think I have Melted Bunny, which I really like. So I don't know, we'll have to try this one. And then I picked up the Bella Beauty hair trimmer, this guy right here. Have not opened him yet. But he's just a little battery operated, hair trimmer, which I can use on my mustache or around my eyebrows, which I'm excited to give him a try. Then I picked up this foaming brush and blender cleanser. This was $6 at TJ Maxx. I haven't even opened him yet, but he's got one of those foaming tips up here at the top, and I really want to try to use him to clean my brushes and to, of course, clean my beauty blender and see how well it does. And then I picked up a couple of things from the Vintage Cosmetic Company, and of course they have to have price tags over the actual product here, so I might have to open the product. Yeah, I have to open them. And basically what I got was a set of tweezers and a set of scissors. Okay, and here's the tweezers, here's the scissors. I got matching patterns, really, really, really pretty. Haven't used them yet, but the scissors I'll probably use for eyelashes. The tweezers, we all know what we use tweezers for, right? And then a couple of things that I'm really excited to try that I picked up that I'm probably going to demo on camera is a couple of face masks, which I was really kind of interested in these. These are called the Original Korean Face Mask by Biomiracle. This one is a pearl sculpting mask. It's called Brightening and Instant Renewal. Looks like this, and it's a powder. You guys see that? Look at that. It's a powder in there. So what you do is it's got a little spatula in there as I'm throwing it around. So what you do is it's got a little spatula in there, and you can scoop a little bit of it out, mix it with water, and apply it to the face, or you can use all the powder. Just pour the water in, mix it up, and apply it to the face. Once it dries, you let it sit for 20 to 30 minutes. Once it dries, this says it's supposed to peel off. I'm excited to try this on camera for you guys so you guys can see, what it looks like. It was $3 at TJ Maxx. I also picked up another one, the Original Korean Face Mask by Biomiracle. This one is the Vitamin C Sculpting Mask. This one is hydrating and revitalizing. So I got both of these guys. So one of these I'm going to do another video and demo them so you guys can actually see what they look like. And if they're actually worth it. It's kind of gimmicky being a powder mask. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, guys, that is the extent of my haul. It was a lot. I went through it quick, I know. I hope you guys found this video entertaining. If you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If any of these products that you have tried, let me know what you thought of them. Also, guys, you can look me up on my website at www.rockfabulousonline.com. You can look me up on Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, all under Rock Fabulous 40s. And guys, don't forget to hit subscribe down there somewhere, and you too can rock your fabulous 40s. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.